Hi, Dora, your editor here with a quick message here at the top. We have been absolutely thrilled with your interaction and support lately. Please continue interacting with us on our social media and on the website untitleddicegame.com. Don't forget to drop a review if you really love what you're hearing. Speaking of loving what you're hearing, we cannot thank you enough for the Audioverse Awards nominations. The finalist phase will begin October 11th, so put that on your calendar. That's about all I have up here at the top. Now on to the show. And hey, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
We open on the interior of a quiet office, where a small man, so old he appears almost gnome-like, is softly snoring at his desk. There is a record player along one wall that is caught in a beam of light as Agent Chip Blakesley opens the door. A stack of Beatles records sits next to the player. As Agent Blakesley steps through the doorway, we see the name that is written on the door there. Director Herbert Feito, Department of Deliverance. I have an update on the mission into Alton's Bend, sir, says Agent Blakesley. Agents Scully and Nina have confronted Dr. John Hansen in the compound where he had been training his followers. There's a fight underway. Hopefully our hunters will survive it. Meanwhile, Agents Adams and August have confronted one of the apparitions who are reportedly nude outside of a burning home. It appears that August managed to put out the fire by magical means, and Mickey has started a telepathic dialogue with the apparition. Things were going well there until the magical fire suppression techniques caused the homeowner to hoot, and this apparently irritated the apparition. Unfortunately, we are having some issues with the transmissions from August's surveillance rig, but Operative King is working on restoring that feed. Agent Blakesley slides a piece of paper across the desk to Director Fido, who leans forward and signs it. The director then blinks up at the agent. Your father knew Dr. John Hansen. Did you know that, Blakesley? Blakesley's mouth goes tight for a moment before he answers. I did, sir. He even toured this facility, says Director Fido. I met him briefly. I don't recall much about him. He seemed intense. How terrible that he's wound up like this. Terrible indeed, says Agent Blakesley. But speaking of tours, we do have another one scheduled. A Senator Harold Dunlap will be coming by next Tuesday. Nothing much is expected of you. Agent Windsor will show him around. Indeed. Thank you, says Director Fido. You know your father was a remarkable agent, Chip. You do him proud. Thank you, sir, says Agent Blakesley as he heads towards the door. We cut to Director Fido as he picks up a photo from the desk. We see it as the camera pans around. It's clearly an old photo, black and white, an interior office shot. The sort of scene you don't see anymore. Men smoking cigarettes inside. We fade out as the camera zooms in on the photo, what is clearly a younger version of Director Fido, smoking and laughing with the spitting image of Agent Chip Blakesley standing to his right.
Hi, I'm Dora, playing Scully the Searcher, and you can find me on Twitter at THE_COOL_DORA.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt, aka Rosenbagger, aka Rosie, playing Mickey the Flake. You can find me on Twitter at Rosenbagger_UDG.
Hello, I am Jin. You can find me on Twitter at SageJin, and I play August Julius Linus, the Hex.
Hello friends, my name is Mike, and I play Nina Kozlov in our DoD game, and I GM our Blades in the Dark game. You can find me on Twitter at UDGMike, that's UDGMIKE. You might hear that as something else unless Dora's been super cool and replaced my old shitty Twitter handle with this new updated canned intro, so that would be cool. And you can find me on Twitch at Emberfang. I stream sometimes, mostly Magic the Gathering and other stuff. That's EMBURFANG. Thanks!
Hi everyone, thanks for listening. I'm Chris, your friendly neighborhood keeper. You can find me on Twitter at Finite Jester. This is Untitled Dice Game, an actual play podcast. Today we are continuing our Monster of the Week game. Monster of the Week is a Powered by the Apocalypse game written by Michael Sands and released by Evil Hat Games. The mystery that we are concluding today is called The Quiet by Kane Cathane. You can find it in the Tome of Mysteries, which was also released by Evil Hat Games.
We were informing you that the hippie cultist did in fact look irked. Him were not a happy camper. Him looked very much so annoyed. Very much so we've violated the noise ordinances.
Part of me is sitting here thinking, these guys clearly want to tell us something, but, they haven't taken the time to learn American Sign Language. There's got to be easier ways to go about communication than
and here,
people.
This may be, under exposing one of the great faults of the counterculture. They were so busy,
missing over the silence they didn't consider ways to communicate without.
We will stomp out these terrible creatures. We will chase them from there. That's not even close to a Reagan, but it was fun.
that was still fun to hear.
Find out what kind of horrible magics are at work here.
That sounds more like a Nixon, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of Nixon. That's right. My bad.
At any rate, when faced with nude hippie cultists, or the astral projection, the projected physical manifestation of a hippie cultist who looks irritated because you made a hose-wielding homeowner hoot, what do you do?
Transmission lost. Attempting to re-establish connection. Re-establishing connection. Connection re-established.
So, there you are faced with the hippie, the manifestation, the astral projection, I like the idea that it looks kind of like a high-tech hologram, a little bit, but kind of like smoky on the edges, like it's pixelated as it leaves the thing, like it's almost gathering dust and ramming it into a broken down, pixelated structure of a person. So you're getting this old TV that kind of drifts in and out image of this creature. And it's pissed. What do you do?
Actually, I'm going to let Mickey's reaction come first. Just let...
So do you think that had these hippies stayed around in public long enough to see flat screen and plasma TVs, that their projections would have been a little bit more HD?
Yeah, right now they're at help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope levels of technology.
These guys clearly haven't seen the first episodes of Star Wars.
Right.
Let alone the last 3.
Lucky them. Just kidding. I liked the last 3, but
that's a whole other conversation right there.
That's that one you should check out our other podcast.
Yeah.
The Star Wars review.
Strange Pictures of Tatooine.
I would say that Mickey is kind of he does that telepathy thing with him where he's like, well, it could be worse. It wasn't a helicopter, and what are y'all gonna do? Get mad at the clouds whenever there's a thunderstorm?
And I think the
Actually, is this kind of a grotesque region?
I think the response that you get is Bill Stanton. Was it Stanton? Stanley. Bill Stanley has violated the terms. It's not quite British. Maybe it is. Yes, Bill Stanley has violated the terms. Bill Stanley will die. I would suggest you not stay in the way.
I ask him, what did you do before you joined this organization?
Mickey Adams, I wandered around. I spent some time in service. It was the what I'm trying for the British version of the Marines.
I think the Marines.
Are they Marines over there too? I thought there was a term for them that I almost had.
Unless you
You're
want
thinking of the
Rangers.
RAF,
Royal Marines.
The Royal
Yeah.
Marines.
The Royal Marines.
That's perfect. That's exactly what he says. I was in the Royal Marines, did some time in the Foreign Legion. I worked as a mercenary in South Africa for a time. And then I found Dr. Hansen.
And that seems like a pretty big change in life. What sort of things is this guy teaching you?
How to appreciate quiet.
So, were you necessarily quiet when you first joined them?
I liked silence.
Okay.
Very good at it.
When you were in those Marines, though, I'm sure there you had to endure with at least some noise. Certainly more noise than what Bill has made here.
The fun thing about living in life is you get to evolve.
Yeah, and evolving takes time, right?
It's which you may be out of.
Well, you certainly have the
Walked into that
ability.
one.
You certainly have the ability to allow us more time. Because remember, there was a time when you once made quite a bit of noise.
Ability and inclination are different things. I've evolved out of that. It is time that you do the same. And given that you have shown yourself incapable, silence will be enforced. Thank you for coming and visiting us, Becky Adams. We hope you can evolve out of this physical form. And he shudders down and you see it coming. I mean, you've been sitting there, you know that you can't look away, otherwise they get to move really quick. But eventually your eyes get tired. Eventually Bill Stanley behind you goes to retrieve his garden hose and splashes some cold water on your back, and you flinch, and there he is right in your face, hands out, reaching to grab hold of you. What do you do?
Wait a minute, that's not fair. I was quiet. We're talking about Bill here. Bill's the one making a lot of noise.
But you engaged. Did we get this guy's name? You didn't. Did you ask him for his name? Would you have had a sense of his human?
I did not necessarily ask him for his name, but I did ask him about his previous life.
And so I think he probably would have opened it with, I was known as William Fitzgerald, which is perfect for the Royal Marines, the Foreign Legion, mercenary in South Africa. The missing piece is he ran into Dr. Hansen during a crisis of conscience in India in the late 60s.
Oh.
A week late from meeting Ringo Starr.
Oh, you're a fan of the Beatles, eh?
You name one person. Everyone loves the Beatles.
Give me a second here while I
Bit noisy, the Beatles, aren't they?
believe they started off in the underground rock scene, did they not?
In Hamburg, yeah.
Yeah. What's
No, he would no longer be a fan of the rock and roll music. He would
Well, I mean,
talk
I'll,
about it evolved past that. So
I'm about to do something, but I'm trying to come up with the words I want to say when I do it, and it's very, very dependent on it's going to be with the Beatles. So
Look, man, it's been a hard day's night.
yeah, it was something like that. I was trying to come up with a good pun, and if we have time, I'll look at one. Yeah, I got nothing good. So
here comes the
yeah.
pun.
So I pull up megaphone. All right, so I pull up the megaphone and just
Awesome.
I've been tinkering with it to try to get it as loud as possible, and I yell out into the microphone, "It's all too much!" right in his face, which that is a Beatles song.
It is. It's all too much for me to say. Yeah. It's off of Yellow Submarine.
I did not
It's
listen to
a
much of the Beatles.
fantastic film. But anyway, yeah, I got all the old Hare Krishna references. I think that counts as a direct attack. Why don't you go ahead and roll tough by means of megaphone? Well, you know what? Okay.
Well,
I was going to say I'll also offer you the act under pressure, because do you want to harm him, or do you want to be able to get out of the way?
the idea is that, well, if we do the same dice roll and just added my cool, it would still be within the 7 to 9.
Within the 7 to 9. But
so it's just
the question still remains in terms of, do you want to activate the harm exchange, or
I wanted to get out of the way.
You wanted to get out of the way? Cool.
Yeah.
So then it's a tough choice, hard bargain. And I guess what it is it's like you blast him and you see him as corporeal, and you recognize this moment where you can either engage, stay with the creature, harm it, come to blows, or step away, and the next thing it's going to do is it's going to grab hold of Mr. Bill Stanley.
Oh,
I mean, August is going to try to
that's a
engage
hard
it.
choice.
Yeah, August is going to get a chance to engage with the creature, but
Part of me in this time, when I engage him, I kind of want to, like, what's the word, subdue them. So one of the weapons that Mickey carries is a garrote. I think I'm saying that right.
it's not known for its. I mean, you'll subdue and then some.
Because this would be like it's like one of those wires that you can just like wrap on somebody's neck to try to.
That is definitely a garrote.
So like I kind of want to hit the setting for the siren on the megaphone and like wrap up this guy and get behind him.
Okay, that's cool, but that's
And that would
you're
be
gonna
3 harm intimate.
That's going to be 3 harm intimate.
Yeah,
Okay, that sounds good.
yeah. We can't let Billy die. He's gone
Yeah.
through a lot. I've seen what he's gone through.
Okay, 2 harm coming your way as
Great.
you snake around, but you've got this guy down on the ground. He's thrashing and pulling at his neck, which is wrapped up and slashing around behind you. Nina, you've just seen Allfather Stillness be shot by Scully.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, and kicked off from the creature. What's your big plan for what happens next?
Well, Mr. Stillness, is he coming? Is he coming right for my buddy Scully? Is he like on the way there, or is he like backed off?
Mr. Stillness has just gotten blasted and has stepped back, and we've seen how there's like spots that are open. If you'll give him a minute, he'll start monologuing. But I thought we'd give you the drop, given the way the situation's sat. You do also see more of the congregation, so to speak, those seated on pillows. You see 2 things, actually. Oh,
Ooh,
you're seeing things out of the corner of your
one
eye.
for each eye.
You might want to read a bad situation, is probably what I'm telling you. That might be your best bet, first and foremost. Unless you
I
don't
appreciate that.
but you don't want to
I'm
do
not really a reader.
that. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking.
Can you YouTube a bad situation?
Yes, roll sharp.
No, I don't actually want that.
Okay.
So
I'm just going to stop my exposition train then and let you make a big decision, because Allfather Stillness is done like this and you're seeing motion out of the corner of your eye. Scully's shot him and there's pixelated holes.
cool beans. So I want to wall the 3 of us off together. So Allfather Stillness is in front of us and the others are like around and behind us, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
Allfather Stillness, Scully, you, and you fought off the 2 that had tackled you.
Yeah.
So the 3 of you are the ones up on the dais. Yes.
Cool. So behind the dais, I want to just raise a big old wall.
Okay.
It's so that it's just us girls.
Okay, so you're hoping to lock off the whole of the square because it sits at the center of the circular room. Yeah. Okay.
Correcto.
Sweet.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's going to be a weird roll, I assume.
Correcto.
Excellent.
And since I've taken harm this fight, I get plus one forward.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because I am what does not kill me.
Okay.
So let's go for big money here. Come on, baby.
Yes, look at that. That is a fantastic 11. So
Sweet.
1 harm, magic barrier, close, 1 armor, obvious, and loud. All of which sound like very helpful tags in this moment.
Oh, thank you. I thought so as well.
And I think they come slamming up, and he clutches at his head and falls towards the ground and asks, Why are you doing this?
Because you kill people.
We freed them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably seems like that to a crazy person, but it ain't, and that's a killing. That deserves a killing. Sugar, you're going down.
Conveniently, that song comes on.
Nice, and that opens up, and he's just sitting there, like shaking his head, like, you don't understand. You are
Nope.
surrounded by the noise, and you brought it here to me. And he grabs hold of his forehead and like rips, and this blue light emanates out of it, and the song starts. The volume starts coming down. He is fighting back by exerting silence against it.
Well, we bring the noise. We bring
Okay.
the ruckus. Department of Deliverance ain't nothing to fuck with.
I want to shoot him again.
That
Okay.
sounds right.
Yeah, that seems like a fair response.
We're gonna go for it.
And now that this dais is completely locked off, and so you're on like your, oh hey, it's a classic 10 by 10 foot room with no entrances and no exits. Yes, roll tough, kick some ass, or whatever it is. Okay, very good. So you're going to exchange harm with All Father Stillness. Your gun does 2, correct? 2 harm.
Loud.
Loud is most helpful in this time. And he's going to leap at you and grab hold of you and just slam you down to the ground by the throat and just start saying, "Shut up! Why does everyone always insist on talking all of the time? If only you could just stop." Yeah, and that will be, that's 2 harm coming your way.
These guys really like choking ladies.
We're getting close.
Where are you sitting? Are you sitting
Brain
at
thunder? We're at. I have one more harm.
Oh, that's some bad news bears.
That's some bad news bear stuff.
Can I protect? Can I roll protect then?
Yes, you certainly can.
Sweet.
You would have had time to see this. It's just the 3 of you on that dais. You betcha. Jump in there. That's tough.
Yeah, so I have Spell Shield. When you protect someone, you gain +2 armor against any harm transferred to you. Doesn't stack with other armor.
Okay, but it does. You do have the 2 armor. That's
Yes.
You get that in a good wardrobe, and you'll be halfway to Narnia.
Right?
Yeah.
+1 forward. Oh yes, baby.
Oh, nice. So, yep, here we come, and it's looking like absolutely inevitable that Scully, you're going down hard at the hands of Dr. John Hanson, Allfather Stillness, though he's rather aggravated at this moment. And Nina,
You're going down swinging though.
Yeah, what does it look like? Tell us about how you get between Allfather and Scully.
Yeah, okay. So he's like trying to like choke her out, and we've been down this road before. I'm not a big fan of this choking thing anymore. Previously it might have been, something to experiment with, but now it's just not happening. So when he's like doing this, I just open like a magical barrier right between his arms, and just like push, like basically push his arms apart so that he like flattens down on this like magical shield, and so there's just like this glowing blue barrier between him and Scully that he's just like laying on because his arms are now splayed across, and she's protected by that. So yeah, it's like basically just like a table, like a glass table between them of magic.
Awesome, very nice. August, are you flinging arrows?
So does she not take any harm? Or
yes, no, there's no harm, and you gain the 2 armor, which it was only 2 harm that was coming down there. So just like you said, with that spread apart, Nina, you would know that Allfather Stillness has picked a new target for the worst of his immediate ire.
Is it August?
There's only 3 people in this small electric wall.
Is it himself?
WWE cage. No, actually, it's not. There's no mirrors handy. It would look like he's staring pretty hard at you.
Then I can't guess who it would be.
Yeah. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll work it out.
Thank you.
August, are you prepared to open fire?
Yeah, I'm imagining that pretty much as soon as he got close to Mickey, he started drawing the runes, but that takes a few seconds, so all that happened before he could get the spell off. And so basically, going for a burn anything, very armor, no armor, magic, obvious. This is a use magic, and so I roll that weird, right?
Yeah. From your Mashi head. Oof. Okay, so on a 7, it's going to go off. They're going to go down, and back, especially after how Mickey had them so notably and garrotedly restrained. I feel like it would make good sense. I like the idea of you blast and it pops Mickey's hands backward, and it turns out that the heads of astral projections come off pretty easily, and it just poof pops off, and you are standing there in the.
But Bird's Arnold as his glitch.
Yes, it does have its
And
glitch.
takes one harm, more armor.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
I just like couldn't really think of a like that like seems reasonable like nah.
Oh, that's right. It is just -1 harm for. Is it?
Yeah, so you suffer 1 harm less. So
No. Oh no, because Nina, don't you have a specific thing that when you protect someone, it does something extra above and beyond just what the normal protect someone does?
Nope.
You don't.
Nope.
Oh, I misheard you. I thought you said that. So
No. It's just I gain 2 armor against the harm that's because with protect someone, you take some or all of the harm, right?
Oh yeah. No, that's it exactly. You gain 2 armor against the harm. It was only 2 harm that was coming in your direction.
Yeah.
And so the armor totally takes it.
Yeah.
Is all I was saying.
Yeah. Same. No, I get it.
Yeah.
no,
So-
I just remembered I have prepared to defend.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So yeah, so maybe when I got hit by that cultist, should I have taken 1 harm less?
Is it only when you're defending, or is it any harm?
When you suffer harm when you kick some ass or protect someone, so when you actually use those moves.
Oh.
Which
Yeah.
you were kicking ass because you
Yeah.
were firing.
So it
at
sounds
that.
like you should have 1 less harm.
Cool. So I'm actually at 3.
Woo.
That's nice.
Better prepared to do that.
Oh yeah. I'm unstable, by the way.
Excellent.
Cool.
I feel
Is
like
it?
we always knew that, and now there's just a box check to really truly acknowledge it.
Hey.
We will be here for another half hour or so.
Okay.
So I like the concept of the monster's head, the hippie that Mickey was holding on to gets beheaded, and you feel, because you were still trying to communicate with him, you'd been yelling at him telepathically and touching that, you've touched his brain with yours. So you would feel the total dissipation of this and know that it was between the loudspeaker, the shouting, and all of the rest of it, and as well as the harm that is coming from you and August. You're muted, still muted.
Yeah, you've muted yourself, sir. There it is.
Yeah, I would like to think that like the whole time I'm strangling him, I'm singing "Twist and Shout" in his head.
Black Eyed Peas one,
Oh,
or
no.
Oh no, he mentioned that he mentioned the Beatles, so we're going with the Beatles,
Oh,
Twist and
okay.
Shout.
Oh, the classics, yeah. Yep, sweet. Okay, no, I like that. And so that dissipates, the fire is going out. There are people starting to come out of their houses because of what's going on there. They had seen Bill Stanley come out. They'd heard him give his victory hoot. So they are starting to emerge as if things are well. What are you guys doing?
Well, so the projection is like not there anymore, right? Got super dead, right?
Super dead indeed.
Just to
Yep.
clarify the scene.
Sir, I don't understand why the computer didn't pick that up. Operative August becomes unintelligible during the transmission. I have enhanced the recording of the transmission. I have maintained the original of the transmission to ensure that the record is as complete as possible. Thank you. Signed, Operative King.
So what was the scene again?
I believe everybody was coming out of their homes to look what we just did done.
Okay. I'm just like I want to just like turn to Bill Stanley and like, you had no involvement in this. If you suggest that, I cannot promise your safety going forward.
You're probably gonna have to do
Don't
that when the
have-
GM's back.
Oh, where did our keeper go?
I don't know.
He vanished like a ghost.
He was over here keeping us, and nobody was over there keeping him.
It's like I'm not entirely sure what to do. Like, something kind of funny. I don't have much other than use magic. Just like in terms of my like abilities and stuff. Like use magic is kind of my one thing other
Use
than
Moxie.
basic moves.
That's it. Use Moxie. It's all about Moxie.
Mm-hmm.
So there you are standing in, and the other thing that I feel like I missed in explaining in my private headcanon in this whole magical spell moment was the hose sort of like featured as a fountain and sprayed up to start this whole thing. And it's still been back there in the background as all of this is going on. And as the people start coming out of their houses, it like falls down.
No, I just remember Bill like spraying Mickey in the back, but
Mhm.
I guess some other thing to get his attention could work for the cinematics of this. That's a long-winded thing that might not make sense.
I got it.
Yeah, my eyes got tired. I blinked or something, and he got closer to me.
Well, he's dead. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like dead and there's no body because this is an astral projection.
I guess Mickey would get up and like I imagine the crowd is kind of looking at us.
oh yes,
And I just put my finger up to my mouth, giving the shush signal,
brilliant.
and kind of look at August and then look at the car and start walking back to the car.
The only thing that could have made that perhaps better was to have used the megaphone.
Everyone be quiet. Nobody talk.
I like that. And then, so you're slinking back and retreating from the scene?
Oh yeah, we're good. We're getting. I'm getting in the car, and I don't want anybody asking questions. I don't want to have to explain myself. And quite frankly, I may be worried about the other two in the party and seeing what their progress is because we haven't had any word from them.
Oh yeah, are we at the
To-
2-hour
To be
call
fair,
marker?
Like I don't know if my alarm starts buzzing on my wristwatch.
I mean, I think we're making pretty good time. I was expecting to like have to bust into houses and like stop some ghosts. Some
No.
big ghosts.
No, I feel like you're doing pretty well on your time frame. I mean, you're probably maybe an hour and a half. I mean, it was a 20-minute drive out there. You guys pretty much walked directly in the door, I mean, they were not being quiet about their presence there. They had they feel like they've transcended their bodies and they were reaching out to spread the gift. So they were ready for gift spreading.
It would still be pretty funny if he called and we're like facing down Father Winter or whatever his name is, and then it's just like Fall Out Boy ringtone goes off.
I feel like I would inform them that we had a run-in.
Okay, no, that's good.
At
Because
least for the text.
that would be a most excellent. Oh man, yeah, that would be fun if he'd like smashed the speaker, and then all of a sudden here comes the call from Mickey that is the Fall Out Boy ringtone.
Yeah.
Centuries.
Yeah.
Are you sure Mickey's ringtone wouldn't be something from the what was it, the 90s?
No, it's that it would be Nina or Scully's ringtone.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
yeah,
think,
but would they not have set it to something extremely 90s to
I
fit
feel like
with Mickey?
I've never changed my ringtone
To be specific
other
to
than
people.
default. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Nina has a dumb
haven't
phone,
changed
so
it.
it's probably still like the kind of ringtones that you got when you could play Snake on phones.
Just kind of
The only time
ringing
I've done
sound.
an individual ringtone is my mom, and it's more like the mummy. It's the Stewie one.
Oh.
But that's fair. We don't need to worry about that. You guys are leaving the scene of the townsfolk pouring out of their houses, looking for help, looking for guidance. You're like, peace. We come back to the lightning cage round. I feel like we're in the final couple of bells of this. Yep.
I'm gonna have to ruin your day there and say that it was an earthen wall just for the
it was an
extra
earthen roll.
for
Okay,
the extra hard to get through.
that's right. And I'm sure you said that. I was.
It's okay. Usually it's lightning.
Usually it's lightning. No, and that works well too. It fits more with the theme, the whole
Yeah.
southwestern vibe.
Yeah, and the greatest thing is they can't try to knock it down because that's loud.
Yeah.
It's a fucking genius move, boys.
Always thinking.
Mhm.
And Allfather Stillness is not trying to break down your wall right now. He is working on delivering some vengeance. He is talking about how this is a gift.
Mm-hmm.
The body is a weakness. You can step outside of it. You can exist without it.
Mm.
Look upon my magnificence. I walked into the desert and gave up my flesh. Coyotes and the wind have eaten me, and yet I am here, and I am going to help you shed your flesh. And does this thing, and he peels back his eye, and the blue explodes out, and you feel that static burst coming and starting to wash over you again. The speaker begins to go. It's quieting down again. What are you doing?
Well, you know what they say: fight lightning with lightning.
I believe that's fight fire with
the,
fire.
The old adage: fight lightning with lightning.
Right.
We've all heard that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would like to zap
him. Okay. So you are kicking some ass.
Would you like to help me zap? I want
would.
that 10.
Really bad.
I guess the way I would help out.
Rub some wool together.
Can the way I'm helping out be I'm getting that phone call and it's enough to distract him?
Yeah, you're like turning up your ringtone.
As like I'm turning up the ringtone.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I think it's great. And I think we can use that to great comedic effect if it goes off well. Give me the help out roll. We'll have the conversation in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And that works really well. Mickey, what are you calling in to report?
So I'm just saying, like, hey, we had a run-in.
Hey, we had a run-in. You hear, and like, all Father Stillness is reaching out one hand towards Nina as he like hears come up there. Hey, we had a run-in.
How you guys holding out?
Can't talk right
Stay
now.
here.
Just static explodes across.
Yeah.
Maybe that's enough to drop out the call, because you know how dang sensitive.
Well, and you know that you get awful fucking reception in earthen walls in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
Yep.
there is
Yeah.
that too.
And how much harm does you are doing lightning this time? Correct, Nina?
Correcto, sir. That's 2 harm.
2 harm.
Yeah, 2 harm messy, and since it's a 10, I get some. It's some biz bonuses, right?
Yeah. What bonus would you like to your kick some ass roll?
Yeah, I think that's gonna have to be super duper harm.
So that's another harm. So that is we're up to 3 now. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Oh, and it's messy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where on Allfather Stillness are you focusing it?
Well, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'm just palpitating this motherfucker.
Okay, so
it's like all over.
Over.
But mostly in the chesticle area.
The torso area. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good because he just drops to his knees and like it's almost like he throws up dry ice fog. Like he falls down and just
Ooh.
And becomes a fog machine.
He becomes a carnival fog machine, and you can see him like shrinking and becoming more gaunt as like he staggers forth and falls down on hands and knees, and all of a sudden his robes come into tatters and like strips of them fall off to the floor and go off in smoke, and he looks like one of his followers all of a sudden, one of these gaunt, old, weathered guys as opposed to the jolly, he looked like he'd eaten a lot better than most of the hippies that you'd fought. But yeah, not anymore. It looks like he's looking more and more like a corpse that died a painful death. of dehydration.
Well, good.
Ugh.
But he is still animate.
Damn
and
it.
Is still
Less good.
reaching out and lashing out, and that is 2 points of harm that is coming your direction.
God damn it.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm now one away.
Okay. And
is there a way I can swing this as I'm trying to think of a narrative way to swing this. It's like maybe I think when Scully sees this and sees him still lunging, it's just a tackle. We're doing a protect someone, and it's a tackle.
in
Thanks, bro.
addition, well, because you've already helped out.
Oh yeah, I already helped out. Okay,
You already helped out, and so I feel like that
got
you
it.
can't also protect on that moment.
Okay,
Dang it.
I tried.
But
It's okay, brother.
the moment is yours because the attack was so substantial. You have the upper hand. You're pretty near death yourself, but let's not forget that luck can be spent two
Actually,
ways.
I'm no longer unstable.
Yeah.
Because
Right, because we successfully applied the rules of the game that we are playing.
Yeah.
Check,
Like
check out
professionals.
Monster of the Week by Michael Sands. It's powered by the
Yeah.
Apocalypse Jam.
Yeah.
Read the rules carefully, kids. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But because I can't protect, actually, what we're going to try and do is just end this as quickly as possible. And that involves shooting.
Give me the cinematics of what you do, because Allfather Stillness is down. His robes are like falling apart and moldering, and there's almost nothing left of him. So what does Scully do? And he's down on like hands and knees, crawling, like his not hands and knees, elbows and knees.
Ooh.
Crawling towards Nina as, like Palpatine times 7. Take that, Star Wars. Happens to his flame. What does Scully do?
I think her expression is kind of sad.
Okay.
So it's more a put him out of his misery and just shoot him through the head than it is anything else.
Okay.
I think.
I love it. And
The saddest kill shot in the world.
I know.
And I think you don't have to roll for it. I like, because he'd ripped open his third eye and it was like wrenching forth blue light. You hit him in the back of the head and we see the bullet come forth and just shatter the forehead. And the walls that Nina had raised are knocked over in the shockwave of like repressed noise and that is unleashed, and it falls down, and there are these 7 projections standing there. No, full size. There's only one of them is a little person.
Okay.
Standing there, and because of the way that time works in movies and TV, we hear the brakes of Mickey pulling up outside, and as Mickey, we cut out to you and August pulling up, and we see there's this field of those doghouse-sized concrete domes, and there's like astral projections, almost like kind of like petting them, and there's probably about 12 of them out there, like sadly kind of petting these concrete domes. What do you do?
I kind of look at August like, you're seeing this too, right? That's not just me.
It seems as though Scully and Nina did their jobs.
Okay.
You don't have to sound so fucking surprised.
Yeah, I'm just like, I guess
they
when
were
y'all answered the
cults.
phone, I could hear some sort of bad stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we already both know that there's something bad going on, but like these people, I mean, gosh, hippies are weird, man.
Gosh.
Sorry, maybe I'm just like not quite in the mindset of like imagining the scene going on. Like, well, they don't seem hostile at this point, right? Like, do they seem like they've noticed us, or like they just don't care? Like,
I honk the horn.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's good. No, that's good. No, you've said it. In order to do it, and once you've done it, you're doing it. It's beautiful.
Right.
And they all snap there, and we cut back inside.
Oh, no.
And Allfather Stillness has like, he is dissipating like a mound of dry ice, just this weird blue light pouring off of the dais. And all of the 6 figures that are remaining inside of there have their hands over their mouths and just shock in their eyes. What are you doing?
Is he like
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's not
dead.
just taking
There's
a while.
No way,
Okay.
shape, or form. Yeah, it's the walls blew down as his head exploded, and the torso and hip bones as they dissolve are smoke and blue light.
That does sound fatal.
It's very fatal, but these followers of his are still sitting there. They're astral projections, and they're flickering in and out like. It used to be when you'd unplug a TV, it would have a little bit of residual juice, and it would kind of like. If you've ever seen like Poltergeist, there's sort of that sort of thing going on. Yeah. They're kind of doing that.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
I kind of.
Should we just bolt? Like, is this game over? Like, do you think we win?
Oh, I'm not sure we win. Scully.
I'm like dead as a motherfucker though. So
Yeah.
I think we fucking get out.
Yeah, I think we
Let's just
get
get out of Dodge.
at least to the car.
Yeah. While they're distracted by their own god figure's death, I think we just fucking book it out and jump into the SUV and fucking get rolling.
Well,
we know where it is because there's a honk honk honk.
Yeah.
We know he's there. We know it's time to move.
Oh,
So I think we move.
Hey,
Yeah.
give me that cool roll. That's pressure, and I'm not going to tell you what kind of pressure it is, but there's certainly pressure to book it in front of all of these folks who are waiting for you.
Okay. Why'd you roll weird?
It's a monster.
Yeah, she's cool like that.
Oh.
I'm weird like that. I'm just that weird.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely weird like that. Pardon me.
Oh wow.
Do I have to roll too?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're all right. Well, you might be.
Yep. Of course I'm not. I'm gonna luck that.
Okay, that's fair. What is the special spell slinger luck maneuver?
I don't think I have one.
They all have them now.
You do.
Really? Oh, okay, I see it. When you spend luck, the official council of wizards is going to poke their nose into your business.
Oh yes, I tuck that right into my back pocket.
Official council of wizards. I didn't even know it was an official council of wizards.
Yeah, neither did I, but that's fun. Okay, so you're gonna luck that. You're gonna get right on out of that. Scully, here's what happens to you. As you are stepping out of there, Nina high steps it sort of like over and past you and makes a little bit of a ruckus that draws the attention of one of these cultist folks. And they grab your arm and pull you towards them, and they're weeping like smoke. Like this light blue smoke is rolling down their cheeks. And they say, What now? Will you follow me? And they as they're saying follow me, they're flashing between holding you and the door. So you can follow them or piss them off is the hard bargain ugly choice.
Yeah. Huh.
Isn't it though?
Isn't it? Okay. I'm going to tell you as a player, I kind of want to see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. As a keeper, that's exactly what I would
Yeah,
like.
I think that's his plan. I think that's how he gets you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But
look at all that luck you have to spend.
Now, what a jerk thing to say.
Look at all that luck I have to spend. I also can trust my gut.
That's true. Oh, that's great.
That's a good call.
If you would like to do that, please do.
Yeah, because I'm kind of torn on which way Scully would go with this, because Scully is kind of inquisitive like I am. So why don't we try to trust your gut?
Okay. Weird. Okay. A general direction to go, take +1 forward as you explore that. You would definitely have the sense, especially as you see that sort of like the hatred's gone out of there, and the tears, be they blue smoke, are kind of genuine. This person is now freaked out and looking for what next, because what they had been led to believe just exploded at the end of your gun. They didn't see that that's where they exploded, but they definitely know that All Father Stillness is no more. And they would very much like to ask you what to do.
Time to become God.
Because all followers, when,
Yeah, so,
Royal
okay.
Marine, Foreign Legion.
Okay, then we're gonna go with she won't follow, but she also kinda stop.
Okay.
And so I don't like that we're shooting moves, but that's basically what's gonna happen. Because what I think she's gonna try and what she wants to try and do, she wants to try and level with them, and it's probably going to be something to the effect of, I work for the Department of Deliverance, and we can help you find a new place where it's only going to be those people who want to be brought into the quiet.
Okay.
Ballsy.
Instead of forcing them to do that.
Okay.
I really want to try and get this to work, but I think that's genuinely what she's gonna try and do. So let's see how the charm goes.
my initial reaction is just to say yes.
Okay.
We're going to he's going to say
Okay.
thank
Well,
you.
yeah.
And you see him step towards one of these concrete domes, and he sort of steps into it and fades into the dome. And the others, upon seeing this happen, do the same thing. And you are suddenly sitting alone, surrounded by these low doghouse-style domes.
Okay. Well,
And you hit him with a 7 on the charm roll. So if you call and tell them what's going on, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call and I'm gonna call them up. I need to do the weird roll now, right?
For what is the weird roll for?
For the calling up?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no. So
No.
yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
she's gonna walk out as she's calling and hold a hand up so
Yep.
that the other people know, hey, don't do shit right now.
We've got this. This is all set. Yeah, I love that. And I think that's probably about what we fade out on, is just like the apparitions, the astral projections are stepping back into the concrete domes. Scully is on the phone calling up the department and just makes the hand gesture of like, hang on, we've got this. And we fade. I like it.
Yeah, we good.
Good. That's
Okay.
good.
We're the best. We did it.
All
I
right.
didn't die. Yeah.
It was close.
Ooh.
It was close. So let us go through everyone's favorite questions.
So hold on. Can I ask a question here?
Yeah.
So do we have ghost buddies now?
Let's hold those questions for after the end of session questions, and then we will get into the free-form general question area. So did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Us.
Of course,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think so. Like, if we need to
Definitely
be
save
specific
Billy.
about who, the other,
The
well,
ghosties.
the quiet.
Bill
Nina.
Stanley.
Oh
Homeowner.
yeah, and Bill.
Yeah, homeowner.
Oh,
and
and Bill.
Yeah, let's not forget him. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Astral
Okay.
projection dudes.
We knew that last session.
I think we learned. I think we learned.
The fact that humans can transcend their humanity, is that like new?
Yeah, we
And,
learned
like-
that last session.
Oh.
Well, I think I think we could learn that, or we could say that we learned that not only is the department there for us to get resources from, but like we can go to them with some real spooky shit and be like, "This is your problem now." Like,
Or the
you know.
department will actually help the monsters too if the monsters are amenable to that.
Yeah.
I like that answer. That's a good one. We'll take that. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yes, about Nina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, they had that little. That was as close as to a heart-to-heart I think Nina's ever gotten.
Yeah, we had a little powwow.
That's fair. We also had a flashback towards Scully's first encounter.
Yeah.
We, as the audience, learned a whole lot more about than we knew. So, that's
Yeah.
that. Then yes, that will be 2 points of experience for those who are here and keeping track.
So how
Barbara,
much experience total did we get?
two for the
Two.
end of session because we got yeses on all of those.
Do
Now
you
we'll take
get
that
experience for when you roll luck on a fail? Do you still get the experience?
No.
Okay.
I have always ruled that if you're going to spend that luck point, that roll is counted as a 12. You don't get any luck for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it changes the roll to a 12, so.
Yep. Yeah, the luck comes from, or the experience comes from the suffering.
Yeah.
How Mother Teresa of you.
Sure. I'd have gone more long term and, like a reincarnation route on it, which I don't think Mother Teresa was particularly down on, even though she was surrounded by Hindi.
That would be part of our other podcast.
Right.
Yeah. In which we take down beloved historical figures. Check out the episode on Gandhi.
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We started with Grandma Spider.
Yeah.
Then
And then check out our other podcasts on Krishna Core.
to bring it all back around to the orange robes. Well,
Right.
this was most excellent and fun. I thank you all for being here.
Woo.
We
Stop.
There
thank
we
you
go.
once again for running such a wild ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting weird with us, bruh.
This episode edited and produced by Dora. Music composed and produced by Dora. For a full list of all participants in Untitled Dice Game, along with their roles, characters that they may play, and social media, visit untitleddicegame.com. For the latest news, follow us on Twitter at UntitledDice. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We would love for you to tell your friends about us too. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Are you itching for a good story, laughter among friends, maybe a mystery? Fire Breathing Kittens is a standalone Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Each episode is a separate 3-hour-long story, like a movie for your ears. You can listen to these adventures in any order. Join us on an actual play D&D quest as we solve mysteries, attempt comedic banter, and enjoy friendship. Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. Fantasy, action, mystery, and friendship.